Promotional gifts for business. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Today I wanted to talk about promotional gifts and how they can be useful in your business, and they can be useful year-round. Okay, this particular thing was, it ended up in my kids' bags for Halloween this past year. And they're not too fond of the little candies that came with, so I snatched this from them and set it aside to be able to talk with you about it. It's got the quintessential little peppermint candies in it, which I don't know, most kids don't really like this, but maybe that's on purpose, because this is definitely a gift more for parents as opposed to for kids, because very few kids are going to be interested in haircutting information about haircuts. You know, most kids that couldn't care less. It came in a little baggie with a little promotional. This is from Great Clips. You got the Great Clips comb here. You got save time every time online check-in for Great Clips here. Nothing about where they're at. They've got the website, and that's about it. This looks like one of the ones that they use across their company. This is, if you're not aware of Great Clips, I believe they're a franchise, or if not a chain, but I'm pretty sure they're a franchise. Very interesting company, how they run things. And of course, a coupon. Okay, any haircut, $2 off. Great Clips. Couple things they could have done better. They could have had a more of a really standout coupon, and maybe put that out in front so that you could see it, but without having to open the bag, so that you're really drawn into it. Having a comb is pretty cliche, although it does get you to pay attention more than you would typically see in a Halloween gift. But at the same time, if you had a really big, outrageous thing that grabbed attention, even if this coupon was faced toward the outside, $2 off, okay, well, what is this? And you look a little closer at it. They could have, you got to make things dead simple for people. So for this, getting a haircut is a physical thing to do. And to pull people in for the first time, that is one of the things that they found if you've ever looked into the haircut business model. If they can get you to show up once or twice, they got you basically for life type of thing. And they know that they can keep bringing you in over and over and over again, because your car will find its way there automatically, because people are habit. Just for the sake of habit, just for the sake of not having to try out a new place, even if you aren't that crazy about what you're getting or the price you're getting it for, you will keep going back to the same place over and over and over again, just because of habit, just because you're used to it. And so the whole thing is to get people in there. What I would say is free haircut. I would say 2 free haircuts. Anything to pull people in, to get. Great Clips does a relatively decent job of pulling information from customers, which most businesses don't do, which we'll talk a little bit about tomorrow, is the importance of having leads, but actually using it. Great Clips never goes much further than that, at least the ones in my area that I've experienced. When I used to go in quite often and try and find the cheapest place in town, and Great Clips oftentimes would have good deals. The problem with that is when you're as cheap as I am, eventually you'll learn how to cut your own hair, and for better or worse, I'm the best one for the money. So I've been cutting my own hair for a number of years. But when I would go in there, I'd watch how they do this, and they'll take down information, they'll take down your phone number, and that's about the end of the relationship. Instead, they should be asking for, I don't know, maybe they are doing this now, or maybe certain locations are doing this. They should be asking for email addresses. They should be asking for birthdays to be able to send a birthday gift. They should be asking for addresses to be able to send you a free promo package of their shampoos and hair supplies. You know, there's so many things that can be done, and that initial touch to get people in, to get people used to coming in, to making it as comfortable as possible. Most companies especially in hair. But it's not just about the businesses that cut your hair. Most companies don't go far enough to stand out, to be different, to get attention and to keep attention. And that's a huge part of my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You should go purchase a copy of this book. It's well worth the money. If you read the whole book and you decide you don't like it, email me. I'll give you your money back, regardless of where you spent it. As long as you didn't pay $50 for it, because it shouldn't be on sale for $50. If you're paying typical value for it, I will pay you back for the book. And even if you paid $50, if you could prove that you paid $50, I'll pay that too. But I have not had anybody come back to me and tell me that it was a waste of their time. So go check out this book. You can even get a free copy. If you're really scared about it, get a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. You can get a digital copy. Just download it and read it off your phone or what have you. That's all I got for tonight. You have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll talk about lead generation, why it's important. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.